go from about 1,400 people in the DEQ to now about, I think, 1,100 is the last number that I've heard. And, you know, the DEQ has a lot more general fund than the DNR does. So how are you going to deal, you know, do you see those resources as an issue? Do you see other changes kind of helping to offset that?
Yeah, it's going to be a big issue. First of all, we're losing a lot of institutional memory, and we're losing some quality employees. Recognize we've got tremendous state employees that are really passionate around these issues. But it is going to require us to do things differently. And some of those things are, again, private-public partnerships. And we're going to have to work real hard on empowering our stakeholders to be part of the process and helping solve some of these issues. And so we're going to leverage partnerships. We're going to go to the stakeholder groups to help us define our priorities. And then we're going to use these public-private partnerships, whether, again, they're organizations, whether they're foundations, whether they're individuals, to come to the table with their expertise to help solve some of these problems. With that said, you know, we're going to probably look at doing things differently. We're probably going to look at not doing some things. I mean, it's going to force us, quite honestly, to take a look at what's not a priority, draw the line, and anything that falls below the line, we're going to quit doing. And so we're going to need help from, again, our partners, our stakeholders, to help us identify what's not appropriate anymore. Because in reality, going forward, we just don't have the resource to do everything that we're doing today.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the issues that are important to our membership. Asian carp. What do you see happening with that issue? Are you going to take a lead on that?
We have to. Asian carp, like a lot of invasives, once they get established, it'll be hard to slam the door and put it back in the can, if you will. And so we have to be aggressive on Asian carp. So working with the governor-elect, working with his policy lead out of the governor's office, working with their appointee to the Office of Great Lakes, and our Attorney General. I think collectively we all have to put a strong front up. Well, we have to, again, recognize that we have to take leadership on this on behalf of the Great Lakes, because we're surrounded by 4 of the 5. And it will have a significant impact, obviously, on sports fishing and the natural resource if the Asian carp gets established.
What do you think about the length of time the Army Corps is saying it's going to take them to do this stuff?
It's frustrating, and again, I think Michigan, through the governor, the governor's office, our role in the quality of life sector, the Attorney General, we have to be aggressive, and we have to move this program up and make it a front burner issue, because it's very important that we give it our best shot to prevent Asian carp from being established in the Great Lakes.
All right, let's talk about the Asian carp of the land, feral swine. What do you think about feral swine?
Yeah, same issue, very similar. You know, we've had some bad experiences with invasives, whether it's emerald ash borer or whether it's bovine tuberculosis. And we know once it gets established, it's hard to turn the clock back. And so my opinion is that feral swine creates problems, both to the environment, to the natural resource, and potentially to the economic well-being of the agriculture sector. So we have to, I think, be aggressive about if feral swine are going to be allowed on hunting facilities, that we've got great assurances that they're not escaping, and that we've got a process in place to ensure that that doesn't happen.
What do you think about whether or not, if that program can't pay for itself, do you think that the state can shoulder that burden?
I don't know that. I mean, it's one that I have to get up to speed on. I just know that though we need to be aggressive on that issue because of its potential impact, not only the natural resource, but the economy of Michigan. And our goal, again, is going to really focus on growing the economy. It's critical. I mean, Michigan is in a serious situation. Yet, when we do that, we have to recognize one of our key assets is our natural resources. And we have a great heritage in this state, and we're going to have to make the stewardship of our natural resources, the protection of those natural resources, a priority, because we need to pass them on to future generations.
Okay, great. So one other issue real important to our members is protecting our inland fisheries from pollution runoff and fish kills. Do you have any thoughts on that? Any prior history working with that issue?
No, other than it needs, again, to be a priority, not unlike what I've talked about, pollution prevention, water quality, ensuring, again, that we have clean healthy waters so that we can leverage this asset, the natural resource we have, for the betterment of the Michigan citizens is going to have to be a priority of ours.
All right. Any last thoughts that you have for Michigan's hunters, anglers, and trappers?
Well, again, I'm looking forward to working with you, your organization. Certainly see a lot of opportunity to, again, focus on youth and expanding the opportunity for young people to get involved in hunting and fishing. And I know Rodney Stokes has made that a priority, so we're looking forward to working on those issues.
Okay, thank you very much.